I always say this, but I remember the day that the record stopped.
Mm.
It was like it was like June 2nd. That's my mom's birthday. That's how I know when it was, when the halt of the craziness of the spring market. And I love this story. I staged a home that was a fine home. It wasn't like out of character for being something amazing, but I staged this home that got 311 over asking.
That's amazing.
It's crazy. And I obviously, we all work together doing this. I think that I had a little something to do with that, but that all came to a screeching halt in June,
Yeah.
I feel like. Yes, homes are still selling for over asking, which is great, but not that much. And I feel like, and this is what I want to hear your side of, do you think that, are you with more listings or are there people buying? Because what I noticed in the latter part of last year was that people were dwelling instead of selling and loving what they had and making that better, which is when I started most of my stage to lives.
Yep.
So what do you think is happening in the market versus, or is it a seller's market or buyer's market? Who's doing what?
It's definitely balanced out more. I mean, we were in a seller's market where you
That's
had
the word I was looking for. It's
it's
balanced.
balanced. Yeah. So again, back to that spring market, you know, non-refundable deposits with six figures, waiving appraisal. If it didn't appraise, you had to cut, you were coming up with a gap, no repairs. All of that had to be signed in the contract and delivered before you step foot in the house. I mean, that Michigan buyer, we won on our 13th offer, sight unseen. I hadn't even been in the house.
Oh my God. That's
Well,
crazy.
well over asking price. And again, what happens in real estate is that, you know, we sell this house for 100 or buy this house for 100,000 over asking. And then the neighbor goes, well, I didn't think I wanted to move, but I bought this house 10 years ago. I could walk away with a
With
lot of
a,
proceeds. Yeah, like
yeah,
life-changing money, right?
yeah.
Downsize or buy my beach house. And then of course we have the pandemic and you didn't have to go to your office, you know, 8 to 6 every day. We realized we actually can work from home. We are relative adults and can be disciplined. And so people said, you know what? I'm going to have an apartment in Raleigh and I'm going to move to my beach house. So you saw that a little bit. I'd like to see that a little more. Again, our biggest problem is inventory. We have buyers that were smushed to the either side of the pandemic. And I think now they're cautious because of interest rates, but there are people ready to buy. And as you well know, um, you know, redoing a home hasn't ironed out either. I mean, windows are still 30 weeks on order.
Ah, tell me about it.
Right. Oh, that's right. You're in the middle
Don't
of a
even get
construction.
me
Yeah.
started. Oh my God, Mel. And we are in such a mess, mess, mess.
Yeah.
And here's what I would like to also address in this convo that has nothing to do with anything, because why would it? Since the pandemic, you cannot get over asking your
Correct.
half-assedness.
Well, people are
The re
smart. I mean, you know, Zillow, which is a bane of realtors' existence, provided information to people. The way people buy a house, right? When my parents were buying a house, their realtor picked them up. And in fact, there wasn't even buyer's agents. There were only listing agents. And the listing agent would show the buyer a house and be like, you want it? You would have to go to the agency in a notebook, right? Like an infamous notebook. And they'd say, these are the homes you can buy. That, you know, I don't even know when buyer's agents came into being. I've been a realtor for 8 years, but it's not that long ago. And so I used to say, gosh, all you needed was, you know, you needed a pack of cigarettes and and a car, and that's what realtors used to do. So, and
Right?
now, and I think it's
You
great.
can, and now you can buy a house online because you can shop when you have insomnia because of your move at 2 o'clock in the
That's
morning.
right. And I think that's helpful. I think having everybody be educated on the facts makes everybody better before the deal even starts. I don't want a surprise in the middle of the deal. I want
Right.
people. Now, that doesn't mean people don't say, I don't care, I want it. They fall in love with the house and they pay what no one else will pay. So my tagline is a home is your nest and your nest egg, and they have to be in balance. I mean, you're spending every single day there. I spend more money on my bed than on my car, right?
Right?
Because sleep is super important. I want it to be really, 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 really good. And I'm spending eight
Yeah.
hours a day there.
Right.
Well, I wish I were. I have insomnia now. But I mean, I'm
Oh,
hoping to, I'm hoping to do that. And I feel like it's the same thing. If a house ticks every single box in a buyer's, wish list, and they can afford it, they will pay. Many people will overpay if it's done well.
why do you have insomnia?
I'm 51 and 3/4.